Today we're going to be going over the best Fortnite Chapter 4 keybinds and mouse settings for anyone trying to improve as fast as possible on keyboard and mouse. Let's just hop right into it, man. Head on over to our settings. We're going to start with our mouse sensitivity. Most pros use somewhere between 6 to 8 on 𝐓𝐰𝐢𝐭𝐵 DPI to compete at a high level. That doesn't mean you need to necessarily follow it, and at the end of the day, just use something you're comfortable with. That being said, though, if a lot of people are using it, there got to be something good about it. So if you don't know where to start, I highly recommend starting there. And if you're really having a hard time, I highly recommend starting on the lower side. It just gives you way more control over your game and movement. It helps your game look smoother, which helps you play more calm and confident, in my opinion. I used to always think you needed a fast sense to do crazy edits and what's not, but I recently lowered it from 15 to 9, which is a huge jump as you can imagine, and it wasn't easy, but I can confidently say the improvement I saw is significant. My aim has slightly improved and my shotguns hit for way harder. And now I'm considering even lowering it even more to see if it will help me. But that's just a thought there. Moving on, here's what I personally use for my double movement settings. And yes, you need to have this on. This takes your movement to the next level as it gives you 360-degree movement on keyboard, which really helps your piece control, helps you hit those angles that you need to hit a little bit more easier. And movement is such an important part in Fortnite right now, so having your settings optimized for it is really important. Before we move on, I want to quickly thank today's sponsor, SwiftStream. It can be challenging or even kind of scary to decide where to start streaming and push your content out to. But why not stream to multiple platforms? With SwiftStream, you can stream to multiple platforms at once for completely free. No subscriptions, no upfront payment to use their service. They offer up to 40 plus different platforms that you can stream to at once at the same time with one click, including my personal favorite YouTube, Twitch, and even TikTok. On top of that, they offer countless other features to help grow your streams, such as a free 50 GB cloud storage to save your VODs or clips of your favorite moments on stream that you can then go back and edit, real-time chatting integrated within all platforms, and scheduling features so your viewers know to expect another live stream. They also guarantee HD live broadcasts with their high-performance servers. If you guys are interested, click the link in the description down below to sign up today for completely free and check it out. Thanks again, SwiftStream. Alright, now let's talk about keybinds. Right off the bat, you need to get a mouse with side buttons to put some of your builds on. I personally use my wall and stair for my mouse. Having all four of these builds on the keyboard just makes it really clustered, and you might end up using keybinds that you could put towards something else. For me, my cone's on caps lock. It makes sense. I can easily slide my pinky on over to the caps lock, and my floor is C, which I use my index finger. Your edit bind is also pretty important, since that's pretty much a big part in Fortnite gunfights. Make sure it's something you can easily press, so keep it close to WASD. If you really want to get fancy, you can set it to V or G and use your thumb to hit it, but that's more advanced, so I recommend F or E for beginners. Another thing I recommend doing is to make sure you take off edit on release. If you can get used to this, you'll be so insane. Edit on release is still a pretty good option, but if you're really going for speed, I highly recommend taking it off. And lastly, make sure you're using scroll wheel reset. It makes all the controller players mad. Just kidding. I love my controller, boys. Now, having optimal and good settings is just a piece of the pie. The only way you're really going to see improvement with these settings is if you truly practice and work on developing good habits and muscle memory. Here's a really good map I recommend right here. It has everything you'll ever need. Mechanics Training Map V3 by Raider464. This is literally one of my favorite maps. They got a bunch of stuff in here. You know, I'm not really a big fan of warming up, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are. And you know, you don't want to spend too much time, but this kind of condenses everything you're ever gonna need and puts it into one nice big map, which is just something I appreciate a lot. My personal favorite on this map is actually this piece control and peak training. We're gonna put it on normal and click play here, and basically, let's say I was to piece him up right here and I made a bad edit, it'll make me take damage. So that's pretty good for, like, you know, practicing the right peaks and what's not. So I definitely recommend this map here. They also have some box fight training, which you could go with the 1v8, which is pretty crazy. Look at this. It just spawns a bunch of these AIs out here. And I'm not gonna lie, these AIs are actually AIs, bro. They're super, like, this is realistic training, I would say. I also recommend realistic PvP right here. It essentially puts you into a map with 15 other players, and you'll come across some really sweaty people in here, which is, at the end of the day, just super good practice. I'll make a more in-depth video on how to actually warm up and grow as a player, so make sure you guys subscribe for that. But that's gonna be all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching.